Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with another reaction to Peaky Blinders. This is season 4, episode 2, Heathens. And as usual, it is raining while I film my reaction to Peaky Blinders, but I do feel like it's even more fitting for this episode because we're probably going to start off with a funeral. Obviously, we haven't seen any confirmed deaths just yet, but John is not Superman. I did see Michael get shot as well, but I'm pretty sure his wound wasn't fatal. But yeah, that assassination attempt at the end of the last episode was freaking crazy. I'm pretty sure we're going to see like a blood war from here on out between Peaky Blinders and the Italians. I really want to see how Tommy responds because we've never seen a death like this. We've seen a lot of death in this show, don't get me wrong. We've had Grace, Major Campbell, Freddie Thorne, even though he's kind of just written off. But out of our main core Peaky Blinders with Tommy, Paulie, Arthur, John, and Ada, none of them have really been affected like this or killed off. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how Tommy responds to this. I don't think it's going to be well. I don't think it's going to be good for the Italians, but either way, I am here for it. If you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. That's right, Tommy said at the end of the last episode, he's going back home. It just feels right. This is like proper Peaky Blinders being back here too.
I began to warm and chill.
Love that close-up of the eye. Damn, I thought we'd start with a time jump.
No.
We're seeing all this.
Fucking kids in here, armed soldiers.
I don't blame her. She wants proper protection.
Let them do the job, alright? Let them do the job. I'll get soldiers. I'll be back. I'll be back.
What a rough start. Arthur might slip right back into his old ways because of this.
I'll get out. And you, out.
This is rough, man. Losing his own brother, like his actual blood. For both of them.
Can't look at him. Come here, brother. Come here.
And I feel like emotions coming up in me here. I'm not the biggest Esme fan by any means, but I don't blame her at all here.
Leave me with him. You've spoken to him. Now it's my turn. We'll do it with them, John.
John is dead.
John's gone.
John's gone.
Michael and John were shot because we killed someone. Vincente and Greta. His son Luca has come to take revenge. These men will not leave our city until our whole family is dead. That's how it works, an eye for an eye. The bullet's been written. It says Luca will put this bullet into his fucking head.
He's saying it right in front of Linda, too. Whew.
We sent a message to Aberama Gold.
No. No, Tom.
I don't need good men, Johnny, for this. I need bad men.
Tommy, his people are fucking savages. You know, heathens, Tom. I don't even let them in the
episode
fire.
title.
Which means that here today in this room, we have to agree to end this war between us. Peace.
There you go.
I was never a part of this, but peace.
Peace.
All comes down to
Shut
Paulie.
up, Finn. Why can't I say peace? Arthur, let him have his say.
My son's not here to speak, so I'll speak on behalf of us both. Truce.
5 for peace,
There it is.
2 for truce, and abstention. Let's get on with the war. This is how John wanted to go. On the smoke. The truth is, we died together. Once before, and everything after that was extra.
Just a bonus.
Well, what did you do with that extra time that he gave you, eh, Thomas?
Just trying to build something. A legacy. They're attacking already? We just lost like a big character. There's no way we lose somebody else here. What the?
Do not return fire! I repeat, do not return fire!
This is what he wanted. He knew it was gonna
Do
happen.
the firing on our side.
Is that Littlefinger? Yo.
Put it out in the open on purpose.
Yep.
You used John's funeral fire as a fucking beacon. You set a trap with us as fucking bait!
I'm not even mad about this one when it comes to Tommy and keeping it a secret.
You used your own brother's funeral.
At this point, this is war. Tactics of
I'm
war.
not staying for this, Arthur. I'm going home.
Lock the doors. You wait for me.
Ada.
Key to number 57.
I'm going home to the country.
You will
Pulling
stay
through.
here until it's over. Take the fucking key, Linda.
Look at Ada go.
Take it. Put the kettle on. Wait for your husband.
No, Mum.
He speaks.
Where's Tommy?
Don't worry about it, Tommy. Just get better.
Where is he?
Tommy's back. We're all back.
Give me a cigarette, Mum.
It's not loud.
It's not so loud.
You're Peaky fucking blinders.
I've decided we're gonna get away.
Yeah?
Just me and you. Straight.
I'm gonna get better slowly. But you need to get better fast. Without you, he falls apart, and without him, they'll take us all.
I like this place. Fire for melting silver, canal to get it away. How much?
Nothing you see here is for sale, Mr. Gold.
Oh, everything is for sale. Everything.
Tommy, for fuck's sake.
Deals off.
Yeah. Toss the coin. Please don't believe this is a joke. The coin to us is sacred. Yes, Arthur? Sacred.
Sacred. Just gonna be like, alright, keep your fucking yard.
Toss the coin, Mr. Gold.
No wages today. But with this penny, I will buy a flower to put on your...
And your new friend,
She's a part of this now. More than ever.
Aberama Gold. He wants something other than just money.
Oh yeah, she sees it.
Ask him what he really wants.
It's a fine beast, this one.
Nothing you see is for sale, Mr. Shelby.
Other than money. And a scrapyard that's clearly not for sale. What is it that you want from me, Mr. Gold?
What I want from you, Mr. Shelby, is for you to take a gamble on him. And I want you to help my son achieve his ambition.
Be a boxer? No! She's
I'm
back!
here to collect Mr. Shelby's horse. I'm a little early, I think.
I didn't think we'd ever see her again.
Well, now he's got the Americans after him. He's a bit hard on people.
The Americans?
Yeah, they called him the Mafia.
Dear God.
Damn!
Fuck me.
Kick and fight. I underestimated him.
How many fights?
25, bare knuckle, all knockouts. 5 with gloves in pastures, all knockouts.
I like it.
Mrs. Heathens waiting upstairs.
I knew Arthur would like him. As soon as he saw he could punch.
What you're doing here is robbery.
Every man is free to leave.
You cut 5 shillings from the weekly wage.
And you said if I did that, you'd bring every man and woman in all my factories out on strike.
Yes.
Do you have a whistle? If so, blow it.
Mr. Shelby, this is Monsieur Paz.
Does he actually know who he is?
They said you were French.
These two in the same room.
Wow.
I really like it.
Paris. That does not mean I'm French. You didn't come on a train. Your suit is pressed, your shoes are clean. Where'd you get your suits made?
I'm a dealer. Look,
I'm loving this exchange.
Fletchy. Darling, I am surprised how easy it was to get into a room with you.
He killed his brother.
And now you should know that during the trouble you had earlier on your factory floor, I sent an accomplice into your office. He found your gun
What?
and unloaded it.
Good flick.
I want you to be the last,
Yeah, he wants him to suffer first.
because My mother says that is what hurt you the most.
That's a proper vendetta.
No civilians, no children.
No police.
Welcome to Birmingham, Mr. Changritter.
Yo. Alright guys, that was Peaky Blinders, Season 4, Episode 2, Heathens, and this was a really interesting episode. I feel like it set up a lot of stuff for the remainder of the season. Like the season premiere, we kind of just jumped right back into things where we left off and picked up to see what went down. It was kind of like the aftermath for Season 3 and just kind of finishing things off and really getting back into the mix of things. And then this season, after that insane cliffhanger or that assassination that we saw at the end of the first episode, the season premiere, this episode kind of was like a cooling down period, gave us some time to grieve, really look at everything that went down, and then set up a lot of stuff for the future moving forward, which I liked. We definitely needed an episode like this. I gotta bring this up right off the bat though, because my favorite scene out of this was the scene between Cillian Murphy and Adrian Brody. Man, I was looking forward to that, and I hope we get a lot more of that moving forward. It doesn't seem like it because now they pretty much called, like, we're going to have a respectable war. No police, no children. We're just going to go at each other, and it's going to be done right. But after this, it's no longer being civil. I'm coming for your head, and you're coming for mine. That scene was freaking amazing. To see the caliber of acting in one room, and that makes me, I got to bring this up as well. Littlefinger, what is his actor's name? I got to look this up because I did not know that he was in the show, and then to see him pop up in episode 2 so randomly, I was not expecting that at all. I just thought we were going to get like an actor I'd never seen before to play like one of these savages that Tommy's calling up. And then when he appeared, even with the long hair, I recognized him right away. I was like, wait, Littlefinger? Are you fucking kidding me right now? So, yeah, I want to look up his name because he's freaking awesome. All right, that's that's Game of Thrones name. I was going to say Peter Baelish. No, Aidan Gillen. Because I remember him from The Wire as well. I freaking love that show. I think season 4 or 5 are probably my favorite seasons out of that show. But overall, watch the entire thing. If you guys have never seen that, he's also in that show. He's in a lot of good shows. Man, imagine having all those shows on your resume. The Wire, Game of Thrones, and Peaky Blinders. I mean, damn, that's one hell of a resume. But back to this episode when he was actually introduced, or his character was, you're going to see from my reaction. Initially, I thought that attack was happening to Tommy, that somebody had actually pulled out a knife that was at John's funeral and went after him, because my initial reaction, I was like, oh, no, like I was shocked or upset that something bad was happening to Tommy, when it wasn't even Tommy, it was those Italians. I guess there was 2 rogue Italians that had heard about the news and had heard about John's funeral going down, so they just saw the opportunity and tried to seize the moment to kind of prove themselves and promote themselves from within for the Italians. But yeah, I guess that was all just a setup, and then when Littlefinger actually appeared on screen and chopped them up, stabbed them, shot the other one, that was so intense. What an introduction to the show. I freaking love that whole scene. Obviously, some of the members of the Peaky Blinders were not happy with Tommy in that moment for what he was doing, but I can't even really blame him if I'm being honest. Like, after losing John, it's at that point now where you're gonna have to make moves that people aren't gonna be happy about. You're gonna have to keep some stuff secret in order for the long scheme of things to kind of play out. This is what it's come to now. Like, it's life or death. Like, everybody's life is at stake now. You saw the bullets being presented by Luca. I'm pretty sure that that's his character's name. And you guys did let me know as well, because I was a little bit confused in the season premiere. I was like, wait, is he the one that was sliced up by John? But no, I had totally forgot that he was actually assassinated. So that character's already gone. I'm pretty sure that that was Angel, the one that was sliced up by John, and now this is his older brother Luca. But yeah, I was a little bit confused about that, so thank you guys for clearing that up for me. But his character, Luca, Adrian Brody, man, he's killing it in the role so far, I gotta say. Like, every time he's been on screen, he's got such a presence to him. Like, he's a scene stealer. He's stolen every single scene that he's been in so far, and it's very clear that he must have watched The Godfather before filming, because there's a major influence there as well. But man, I'm definitely a fan of his. I haven't even seen a lot of his work, but everything I have seen him in, he is always impressive with it. So this show, I should not be surprised by the performance that he's putting on, and we haven't even seen much of him just yet, and I'm already impressed. But yeah, he made it very clear now. That whole scene, I know I'm kind of jumping around between the funeral, John's funeral, and the end scene with Luca, but I'm still blown away by the acting. Like, I don't know if I was even speaking much to it because I was so intrigued and like my eyes were glued to the screen for that whole scene. So yeah, I can't wait to see where the season goes from here because they're such short seasons as well. It basically gave us one episode to set things up, and I guarantee you from here, it's going to be nonstop action. We're going to see a lot of death. I don't know how it's going to play out, though. I strongly believe that we're going to see another Peaky member die before this end of this season, but I don't know who it is. Like, it could very easily be Arthur, and that worries me the most because you guys know I'm always rooting for the Arthur character. He's probably one of my favorites in the show, like top 3 favorites, so I don't want to lose him. I'm trying to think who else could possibly be expendable. I wouldn't be surprised if Ada gets caught in the crossfire of things, and now there's even more heat on her when the copper went to her door, or no, Linda's door this episode, and revealed that Ada's got more heat on her as well. And I feel like we've never seen Ada so caught up in things, so caught up in the mix of the Peaky Blinders in this business, because one scene I really liked at the funeral as well, I know I'm jumping back and forth between things, but going back to John's funeral or right after the funeral, when Linda was just walking away and refusing to go where I guess she was designated to go based on keeping her safe, Arthur even offered her the key. Ada actually stepped up because Linda just straight up walked away. Ada grabbed the key, went up to Linda while she was walking away. Is like, this is your home. This is where you're going. You're a fucking Peaky Blinder now. All our lives are in danger. This is what you need to do. And you're a weakness when you're not around us, when you're not with us, because they know that when we're separated, that's when we're the weakest. So the Peaky Blinders are the strongest when they're together. So that was great to see. And I think I've never appreciated Ada more. I've definitely liked her character because she's grown so much. Remember her in the first couple seasons, or the first season when she was like running down the street in her wedding dress? Like, there's already so much heat on her then too, and she was supposed to be like in hiding, and she's like, screw this, I'm just gonna run down the street and let the world know that I don't care who's looking for me, I love Freddie Thorne. But she's come a long way. She's obviously a mother now, but even still, she's jumping right back into the business and being a full-on Peaky Blinder more than ever, and that was great to see. But speaking of staying close together and Peaky Blinders being the strongest when they're together, they got a new member this episode as well, and that was, I didn't get his name, the new leader of the Savages that were called up. I know it was mentioned, but I definitely forget it. I'll get it eventually. You guys know me with names, but his son, I guess, is like a world-class boxer. I was not expecting that. When we first saw the kid, he's like as scrawny as I am, and he was throwing those punches. I was like, all right, he's a wannabe boxer, and now he's going to use the Peaky Blinder influence to kind of like push him in this career that he couldn't have gone for himself previously. But I feel like he doesn't even need a promoter. He doesn't even need the Shelbys. He doesn't need Tommy. Like, this kid can actually fight. We saw him knock out a heavyweight. And of course, he's Littlefinger's son. So, yeah, he got the cap. He's a full-on member of the Peaky Blinders, which is pretty cool. I didn't think we'd be getting any new members anytime soon, especially after losing a major one the last episode. And Paulie was even saying, keep it close, you know, like, don't hire anyone from the warehouse unless you know their families. She stepped up this episode as well, because she was kind of going a little bit crazy in the season premiere, and I don't blame her. She brought it up. Like, they were all close to death in the season premiere. They were so close to being hung, and she brought up a very good point to Tommy this episode right after John's funeral as well, where Tommy was saying at the funeral, like, me, John, Arthur, who was the other one? Danny Whizbang. Like, we were all a part of something before. We all should have been dead and killed. We were that close to death, so this is all just a bonus. This is all extra, and I completely get that. And Paulie in that moment said, hey, I'm right there with you. I should have been dead. She didn't say last episode, but that's what she was referring to with the noose. And she has the right to say that because she was that close to death as well. So I don't blame her for having this different outlook on life. And that's another good segue for having another different outlook on life. I don't know if that's going to be the case for Michael, because when he woke up and was speaking to Paulie back in the hospital, he was right back into the business side of things. He was asking about Tommy. He was asking about the warehouses. I'm actually a little bit surprised. He was right back into the thick of it. But she did bring up one thing, and I don't know if it's going to be a foreshadow of maybe this is the end of their story at some point, where Paulie mentioned going to Australia where there's no Italians, and then he made a little joke. There's still Italians there, just not the bad ones. But I guess that's where Polly's daughter and Michael's sister is buried. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they do get out. They escape from everything if they do survive this season, because obviously there's a price on their head. But if they do get away, that almost seems like the perfect fairy tale or happy ending for them, where they're both just together. They found each other. They're starting a new life. She can be there for them and maybe even be a proper grandmother in the future while they visit where the sister / daughter is buried. I don't know. That seems like almost too happy. And I didn't want to say it during the reaction, but obviously I root for happy endings. And now with Littlefinger in the show, I was going to bring it up of like, if Littlefinger's around, there are no happy endings. But this, at the same time, this isn't Game of Thrones, so I do feel like it's all right to root for some of these characters and their happiness. But yeah, this episode definitely set up a lot of stuff. So I think I pretty much went over everything. We had Michael waking up. I'm definitely interested to see where his character goes from now. To see, I don't know if this is going to change him or if this is going to harden him even more. So I was already surprised that he was already, at first when he became like a full-fledged Peaky Blinder member, he was just supposed to be staying on the legit side of things, and then that changed right away. Like last season, once he killed that priest, I feel like that's what really did it for him, where he was now a part of doing the bad stuff as well, the criminal underground, like what they actually do, what the Peaky Blinders are actually part. He was a part of that now, not just the legit side of things, like kind of what Lizzie does and Ada does. He was kind of kept safe. No longer. He's a part of this. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see if this does harden him, where his character goes from here. But Arthur, it was great to see that he's back. He cut the hair and everything. I was a little bit surprised. I thought he was just gonna kind of stay safe with Linda, stay away from it all. But no, the death of John, that brought him back. He's kind of back to his old ways, and he was even talking back to Linda a little bit, which I was surprised about, because she's kind of got him whipped. But he's back to it. Michael, we'll see where he goes. Polly, she's stepping up. She kind of, I don't know, there was a little bit of like haze that she was kind of walking through that first episode where she was kind of out of it, going with like, and she was going to be referred to as a witch, but with the seance stuff, and even Tommy called her out this episode as well, but she seems to be right back to it. Ada, she's got her head on straight, so everybody, like, they're where they need to be in terms of their headspace now. Like, they're very focused. They know, like, their lives are in danger. This is no joke. Like, they're dealing with the mafia now, so I do like that. But, man, I don't know where this is all going to go. I think I discussed everyone. Paulie, Michael, Ada, Arthur, Tommy. Man, Tommy, I don't even know what's going through his mind as well. There's got to be a lot. I would hate to live in his head. That's for dang sure. But I think I'm going to end it there, guys. This was definitely a solid episode. I don't think I liked it as much as the season premiere, but at the same time, it set up a lot of stuff. Oh, also, Miss Eden. I didn't bring her up, but she did pop up as well, and then she did have the workers walk out. I knew she was going to be a headache, and Tommy was kind of calling her out on her bluff, and she called him out on his, and look where it is. They were definitely going to butt heads, and hey, as for right now, I think she's winning. So I think that we're going to be seeing more of her in the future as well. That's another person that I forgot to bring up, but there we go. I just discussed her, but yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end things, guys. This was a solid episode. It definitely set up a lot of stuff for the future. Who knows where the season's going to go. This is the Blood War season. That's what I'm calling it, Blood War. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for the next one. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like and subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Until next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in and shit on me, drag me along for a week.